0.5 from our enVision workbook. So if you would find your enVision workbook, page 86, and something to write with, go ahead and get to that page, and I'm going to go ahead and pull up the video. There it is. All right.
Brendan has archery practice. The target shows the points he gets for hitting a section. The table shows the number of arrows that landed in each section. Suppose you want to find out how many points Brendan got from his arrows that hit the black ring. Why can you use multiplication to help solve this problem?
Okay, so looking at the black ring, it's worth 2 points. And as you look in the chart under section of target 2, it shows that 8 arrows were in the section that is black, number 2. So we can do 2 groups of, or 8 groups of 2.
Multiplication combines equal groups to find a total. Every arrow that hit the black section is worth 2 points. You can see from the table that 8 arrows hit the black ring. The bar diagram shows 8 equal groups of 2. 8 times 2 equals 16. Brendan got 16 points from the 8 arrows.
Okay, we're going to try it.
Select each number on the target to see how points are scored.
Okay, so let's go ahead and touch number 1.
Each arrow scores 1 point for hitting the white section. Multiply the number of arrows that hit this section by 1.
Okay, so there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times 1. So there'd be 7 arrows.
Each arrow scores 2 points for hitting the black section. Multiply the number of arrows that hit this section by 2.
So we have 8 arrows, so 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16.
Each arrow scores 5 points for hitting the blue section. Multiply the number of arrows that hit this section by 5.
Okay, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so there are 9 groups of 5. So we counted by 5s. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45. All right, I think we're good. Let's go on.
Now, let's find out how many points Brendan got from the red ring. How is this problem like the problem about points in the black ring?
Okay. How is this problem like the problem about points in the black ring? Okay, so we can look at the points. They all have points, and we can look at those points and then see how many arrows they had in each section. So the numbers are different, but we can still count the arrows.
In both problems, you need to find the number of points for arrows that hit a section of the target. How are the problems different?
Okay.
The number of points and the number of arrows are different. 4 arrows hit the red ring. Each hit is worth 9 points. Skip count and record your counts. 9, 18, 27, 36. Why do you stop skip counting at 36?
Okay. Why do we stop skip counting at 36? Because we said there were 4 arrows and they're in jumps of 9. So then you would stop at 36 because that's 4 arrows. You don't need to go any further.
4 arrows hit the red section. 36 is the 4th number when I skip count by 9. 4 times 9 equals 36. Why do you use multiplication to solve both problems?
Okay. So why do we use multiplication to solve both problems? Because we can skip count with equal groups a lot faster than just adding every single one of them up. So it's more efficient. It's faster that way.
To solve both problems, I am counting equal groups. I look at the table and I see 8 groups of 2 and 4 groups of 9.
Sorry. Oh, we're done. Okay, so going to convince me. Go up and get the camera here. Okay, pin it here. Move this down here. Okay. All right. So let's look down here. How many points did Brendan get from the arrows that hit the yellow ring? Explain how you know. So the yellow ring is worth 10, and it says that section 10 had 3 arrows. So 3 groups of 10 equals 30. How do we know that? Because the yellow is worth 10, and there were 3 arrows. Okay. Go ahead and get that copied down into your book. Okay. Okay. Okay, so to find 6 times 5, how does knowing 5 times 6 equals 30 help you? Because, for one thing, because commutative property says commutative property would show you, and you can skip count by 5s. They would be a lot easier to skip count by. You guys see that okay? Okay. So commutative property helps us, but also we can skip count by 5. And then number 2 says, how can you find 8 plus 8 plus 8 plus 8 plus 8 plus 8 without adding? So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 groups of 8. And if we skip count by 5s 8 times, that'd be 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. Okay? Go ahead and get that written down. Things over here so I can scooch this over. All right, in 3 through 9, find each product. 5 groups of 9, or 5 times 9. So we can skip count by 5, 9 times. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45. We can also skip count or do the 9s trick. Bring my hands back here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Put the 5 down. It's 45. 2 times 1. Anything times 1 will be itself 2. Anything times 0, 0 times 10. Anything times 0 would be 0. 5 times 4. I can skip count by 4 or by 5 4 times. 5, 10, 15, 20. 1 times 2. Anything times 1 will be itself. 2 times 7. So we can skip count by 2's 7 times. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. And then what is 4 times 9, or 4 groups of 9? Since it's a 9, we can do our trick. 1, 2, 3, 4. Put the fourth one down. 10, 20, 36. 36 is the answer. Okay, make sure you have all of that written down at the top. Okay. All right, number 10. 10 through 26, find the product. So we're just going to be multiplying. 2 times 5, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. 9 times 0, 0. 1 times 4, 4. Okay, I'm going to give you a few minutes to go ahead and, whoopsie. I'm going to give you a few minutes to work on these. And then we're going to answer them together. So go ahead and start answering those. All right, let's check your answers with mine. So if you skip count by 2 6 times, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Skip count by 10 6 times, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. 7 times 1, anytime it's times 1, we go with the number that it's multiplied by. 2 times 10, 10, 20. 2 times 1. So these look like they're pretty easy. They're recapping. They're kind of going over what we've already learned. 9 groups of 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Put the 9th one down. Now we're going to count the ones on this side of it in tens. Pinky starting. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80. And how many ones? 1. 7 times 2, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. 9 groups of 3. 1, 2, 3. Put the third finger down. 10, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27. 0 groups of 7 is 0. 4 groups of 5 is 5, 10, 15, 20. 7 groups of 5, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. Okay, number 24 says, what is 1 times 1? We know that's 1. What is 10 times 10? Well, we take the 1 times the 1, and then we add both of the zeros. What is 3 groups of 9? Again, 1, 2, 3. Put the third finger down. 27. All right, if you need a moment to get it all written down, go ahead and do that. Push pause. We're going to go ahead and turn to the next page. All right. Number 27 says, Abdi says that 9 times 6 is less than 10 times 4 because 9 is less than 10. Do you agree with Abdi's reasoning? Explain why or why not. So let's solve this first. 9 groups of 6. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Put the 6th one down. 54. Okay. So 9 times 6 equals 54. And then Abby says that 9 times 6 is less than 10 times 4. 10 times 4 would equal 40. But without all of that, how do you know if she's right or not? We can tell she's wrong because even though this is 1 less, this is 2 more. Okay, so she says, Abdi says that 9 times 6 is less than 10 times 4, but no, it's actually more. Do you agree with Abdi's reasoning? No. Okay, no, because 10 is larger. I'm trying to figure out how to say this. Larger than 9, but 6 is larger than 4. That really changed it. Sorry, that's kind of light. Okay. All right, hopefully you had enough time to get that written down. If not, push pause, please. And then number 28, Victoria has 5 pairs of shoes. What equation could Victoria write to find out how many shoes she has? Okay, a pair of shoes has 2, and she has 5 pairs. So she has 10 pairs of shoes. Okay, let's see if I can make it darker. Okay. Number 29, show 7:50 on the clock. Okay, so the short hand points near the 7, but not on it. Oh, sorry. Let's do it this way. Please forgive me on that one. There we go. It's this one, right between 7 and 8. And then it says it's 7:50. So we have 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. So it is. So we're going to write another one over here. One right here. Okay, we're going to ignore that one. That's a mistake. All right, number 30. Rob has 35 red counters and 39 yellow counters. He gives his sister 18 red counters. How many counters does Rob have left? Okay, he gave his sister 18 red counters. So we have 35 minus 19. 9 out of 5 we can't do, so we're going to borrow 15. There's 16. Okay, and now we're going to take that 16 and add it to the 39. 9 plus 6 is 15. Carry 1. 3 plus 1 is 4. Plus 1 more is 5. So how many counters does Rob have left? 55 left. Let's do our check real quick. 39 plus 35 is 14, carry 1, 94. And then 94 minus 16. Oh, it looks like I did some math wrong here. Let me stack it. 39 plus 16. 9 plus 6 is 5. 55. Did I do my math right? Yeah, so it should be 55. 55 left. Something looked funny to me there. I must have subtracted this part wrong right here. All right. Number 31. Kim makes an array with 4 rows. 1, 2, 3, 4. And 9 columns. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. So Rashida makes an array with 9 rows and 4 columns. Whose array has more? Okay, then you can do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and put 4 in each one. Okay, so whose array has more items? Kim's is 4 rows of 9. Rashida's is 9 rows of 4. They are equal. They are equal. Looks like my pen's trying to run out of ink. All right, so if you don't have that finished already, go ahead and take your time to finish that. Push pause. Number 32 says, look at the table on page 86. Think about what you know about Brendan's points. What is the total number of points Brendan scored for all his arrows? Okay. So all of his arrows, we're going to add those up. So 10 arrows, he made 3 arrows at 10 points each, so that's 30. 4 arrows at 9 points each, that's 36. 9 arrows worth 5 points each is 45. 8 arrows times 2 is 16. 7 times 1 is 7. Okay, so we have 6 plus 6 is 12, and 5 plus 7 is 12, so 12 plus 12 is 24. 2 plus 3 is 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay, 134. So what is the total number of points he scored for all of his arrows? 134 points. All right, and the bottom. Draw lines to match each pair of factors on the left with its product on the right. So 2 groups of 8, 16. 10 groups of 9, 90. What are the others? Okay, so let's go over them now. 5 groups of 5 equals 25. 4 groups of 1 is 4. 7 groups of 10 is 70. And we leave them, and then, yeah, the 90 goes up there. Okay, looks good. All right, if you're not finished, go ahead and pause, get that finished. And then we're going to look at the homework page. So it's showing you 2 arrays. This is 3 groups of 5, and this is 5 groups of 3. So it says use a pattern to find each product. So for skip counting by 2, 7 times. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. So 7 times 2 is 14. Does that make sense? So you're going to have numbers 2 through 9 to finish up. And then the back side here. Casey has 9 books on her bookshelf and 3 on her desk. She wants to know how many books she has in all. What operation should she use? Should she use addition, subtraction, multiplication, division? See which one you can do with that. Number 11, Ginger found 3 quarters, 2 dimes, and 3 pennies. How much money did she find? So you have to add up your money. Number 12, Norris wrote the equation 7 times 9 equals 63. Blake wrote the correction 7 times 9 equals 9 times 7. Who wrote the correct equation? Okay. So I would say, I can't say because you guys have to order it or answer it. Number 13, Jana wants to buy 8 times 5. Explain what tool she could use to find the answer, then solve the problem. Okay. Okay. All right. And then we've got our matching here on the bottom. All right. So we're getting close to being done with this chapter. I think there's one lesson and then the review. So, wow. So make sure you have everything written down in your book. And if you need to, you can go back in the Edmodo folder, or you can ask me and I can try to help you out too. All right, guys. Nice job. Thank you so much. Thanks for putting up with my interruptions. And I will see you over in... Okay. It's not going to let me. Okay, I think that we're better that way. Okay, let me go back. All right, so you're going to go ahead and finish pages 89 and 90 for your homework, and then we will correct those on Monday. All right, guys, thank you so much.